If you're a yoga teacher with resistance to growing a global community and creating online offers, stay put because today I'm sharing with you 3 reasons why I chose to teach online long term and why I think you should be as well. So there's only so much that I can share with you in a short YouTube video, but if you are catching this before June 21st, 2022, I want you to pause this video for a second, check out the description below, and sign up to join me in a free live training. This will be my final live training of this year. And in this training, I'll be breaking down so much more of why you should teach online and where to even begin. So check out the description below to save your spot. If you are catching this after June 21st, it's all good. I'm also going to leave an option in how you can catch the replay. And if you are new to me, welcome. My name is Ali Temple. I'm a global yoga meditation teacher, retreat leader, and yoga teacher mentor. I've been practicing yoga for over 20 years, teaching for over 8 years, and mentoring teachers of all levels for the last 5 years or so now. I recently spent 4 years living in Los Angeles, working full-time as the lead teacher and teacher development manager at 3 top studios in LA. And at the end of 2020, I chose to shift from my comfortable lifestyle in LA to a location-independent lifestyle. I've been traveling ever since, teaching online, leading retreats, and coaching yoga teachers all over the world. Please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I've got lots of new tutorials for yoga teachers, as well as short yoga videos coming regularly. And if we're not already connected on Instagram, you can find me over there and send me a message, send me a DM, say hello. You'll find me at Ali Temple Yoga. All right, let's dive into what I want to be sharing with you today. So if you're anything like me, you might be feeling some resistance to teaching online. I absolutely was in 2020 when I started. You know, a lot of us did start teaching online at that time, or at least working at a computer full time. And really one of the main reasons why I chose to continue that even as the world opened back up is that I started to notice that I had the opportunity to have so much more freedom and flexibility in my life, and I could bring to fruition these big goals that I thought were way far down into the future, that I could travel the world and do so on my own terms. So in the last year and a half so far, I have been running my business online from 5 different countries, and I don't know how many different airports along the way. I've been spending my time in tropical locations, like where I am now, living in Phuket, Thailand, and I get to take my lunch breaks at the pool year-round. So who doesn't want that? Not only do I get to enjoy a life of travel, but I now have more time in my day because I am not being held back by the time that I used to spend in my car commuting from one yoga studio to the next in rush hour or during different times of the day that I had no control over. And now I have the freedom to set up my yoga class in my living room or spare bedroom or whatever space I have available in the place that I happen to be living in at the time, as I am still moving around a fair bit and kind of living on the road. I don't have to worry about the commitment of getting back into town to teach at a studio or at a designated space. And since I am not tied down to a specific location or studio, I can take working holidays whenever I want or whenever it works for me. So if I want to go somewhere for a week, but I have things to do, you know, I pack the laptop, I bring my yoga clothes, I do a little planning ahead, and nothing is stopping me from doing that. I don't have to put everything on hold to go and explore new locations and go on adventures. Sometimes I end up working at a beach club for the day and then capping off my day with a little happy hour beverage once in a while, or, you know, catching the sunset, working outdoors and cooling off at the pool when I need a break. And I'm not saying this to brag, but this lifestyle is something that I never realized would be attainable, especially so soon in my life. And there are so many steps that you can take on your own to start to create this life for yourself as well. Obviously, I won't get into all of that now, but I will be breaking down a lot more of that in the free training that I'm hosting on June 21st. So the second reason why I chose to work online indefinitely is that I am creating, and I have created, a global client base, a global community, because one of my priorities as a yoga teacher and as a healer is leading retreats around the world. And I know this is something that so many yoga teachers want to do but don't know where to start or how to get there. And I get that because I was that yoga teacher not long ago, but I've realized in the couple of years that I've been teaching regularly and online and been growing an online community that this is exactly the way to fill your retreats. Not only is building an online community an opportunity for more financial abundance because you can teach private sessions online or workshops online or special events, and you can collaborate with others. You know, I've got some other videos on workshops and teaching one-on-one that I will try and share somewhere up here for you to check out later, or I'll leave the link for those in the description below. But the main reason I feel why teaching online and growing the global community and showing up and being visible regularly online is so that when it comes time for me to launch a retreat, I already have a global client base. Wherever I want to offer that retreat, I have students that are close by and they already are familiar with me. They already have grown into that know, like, and trust factor that is so important to have students feel connected to you before they purchase your offerings, especially the bigger ticket offerings like retreats. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I've gone on a retreat or thought about going on a retreat, I have first looked at teachers and mentors of mine and people that I felt connected to or that I've seen online and taken their classes and felt that those are the people I want to go on retreat with. Yes, sometimes once in a while you do get students coming to your bigger ticket offerings that may not know you and might just be in the right place at the right time, but chances are you're not going to fill your whole retreat with strangers. And if you do, it's going to be a lot of work. I recently launched 2 retreats here in Thailand, very recently, like as I'm filming this was just a few days ago. And because I have been building up my online community, and it's still a work in progress, it's still something that is growing, but within the first day of launching my retreat to the public, one of them is already halfway sold out from that first day. And it's 8 months away. So again, not saying this to gloat, but I'm saying this to prove that growing an online community works. So really being online and being visible online is the way of the future, in my opinion, especially if you want to make a bigger impact with your teachings and expand your offerings beyond the city or town that you live in. It is never too early to start building an online community. There are different ways to do this. Again, this is something I'll break down in the free training. Really, even if you're a newer teacher, I coach teachers of all levels, and I know some of the newer teachers get stuck on just focusing on the teaching part, but there are simple steps that you can take that are not overwhelming, even if you're a newer teacher, to start to show up and be visible online, and that's going to help you in the long run for when you are ready to start hosting these bigger ticket offerings. So start building and fostering your community now, and it will save you a ton of time and effort when you're ready to launch your bigger offers. Okay, the final reason why I chose to teach online long term is that I get to be my own boss. And as yoga teachers, I think we often don't think about the fact that we are entrepreneurs, we are business owners. And when we work exclusively for one studio or even several studios, we might not always feel like we can fully embrace that role and step into the role of the business owner. But there are so many advantages of really owning that role of being an entrepreneur and investing in yourself to grow and learn the tools that you probably didn't learn in your YTT or any other follow-up trainings that you've taken since, that will help give you the skills and guidance you need to not get overwhelmed around the business side so that you can be your own boss with confidence. You get to choose your hours, so if you have other commitments like a family, children, or you just really love to travel or have other interests that you want to spend more time with, being an entrepreneur gives you the flexibility and the freedom to create your own schedule so that you can make those things happen and focus on your priorities while balancing your business in a way that feels good to you. You get to run your business exactly how you want and offer exactly what you want so that you can reach your ideal clients and students, and those are the ones who down the road are going to be wanting to work with you one-on-one and wanting to come to your retreats. I'm going to talk more about that in an upcoming video about your yoga niche and your ideal students, so stay tuned for that. But it's something to wrap your head around in the meantime. One of the things I love about being my own boss as well is the freedom to just have creativity and the fact that I am always learning. I've had a few different careers in this lifetime, and I find that I am someone who can often lose interest in things because maybe I feel like I've reached the capacity of learning and growing. And yes, with yoga, there's always more to learn. And add being a business owner to that, and this is a whole new world that I've been opened up to over the last couple of years. And especially with the way that technology is advancing so quickly, there is no shortage of learning something new when you are an online business owner and an entrepreneur. There's no time to get bored. So if you are someone who has lost interest in jobs or careers in the past and you are looking for something to stay engaged, entrepreneurship is probably a great fit for you. There's so much to learn around niching and branding and technology and promotion and so much more. So if I have convinced you and you're not already teaching online or starting to take the steps towards teaching online, growing and fostering your online community, if you're interested in, but you're not quite sure where to start or how to do it, take a second now, make sure you sign up for that free training, whether it's available to you live or if there's an option for the replay. Check out the description below. That's all that I have for you today. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you did, and I'll see you in the next video.